dying to cry your heart out.
Hello, I'm Styleboy and welcome to Mod, and also welcome to my bed, Jigglypuff, Mr. Snuggles. Say hello. And in today's video, I actually wanted to do this video for like a while, and now I'm doing it, and that is about being autistic and dating. I don't know, I've always been intrigued with this topic because I feel like the general, like, again, media hasn't really given much autistic people like dating things, because if you see in most things, they usually date like one person and that person sticks with them. So in this video, I thought to give you some tea, give you some like help, and just generally be the bigger brother for anyone. This doesn't just apply to autistic people. This is just general advice I give to anyone really. And if you do like these kinds of videos, you know, getting about love and stuff like that, please subscribe and comment down below any other autistic videos or dating videos or anything like that. And without further ado, let's begin. Let me give you a bit of background information about me first and about like dating and stuff like that. So I am autistic, so I have Asperger's syndrome, and I am gay, so I am part of the LGBTQ+ community. I have only dated 2 people, so maybe my experience isn't like loads, but I have spoken to guys before romantically, and I've spoken to about, I'd say like 4 to like 5, and I don't know, I feel like, I know that's like not loads, but again, like this is just gonna help. So let me first start with the reality. People are still gonna wanna date you with or without autism. Full stop. Having autism is not an off-put from dating. I always think this, and I'll explain to my insecurities after, but having autism and being in the dating world, you can do both. Like there's no problem with having autism and dating. Like I think what I've always thought about, which is my insecurity personally, when it comes to dating, I think telling people that I'm autistic, they will change their behavior, they will not want to date me anymore, and in a relationship they can like use my autism to twist and manipulate me, because I've had that with friendships where they like use me, and also that they can break up with me because of my autism. That's just an insecurities, and there's just like things that I have, and I think that again that's like really bad because it's more on the other person, not really on me. I remember I literally had this like period where I literally felt so undateable because of it, and it is sad to say that I had that period, but believe me, like I'm out of it. Thank Jesus. You deserve to feel love in a romantic way and a sexual way. If you're into that, like you deserve to feel love because you're human at the end of the day. Like just because you have autism does not make you any less of a human. Not at all. Like it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you are a human being. You deserve love, respect, kindness. You deserve understanding. You deserve the same treatment as everyone else. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because it is the truth. Like you do. And I think obviously I'm so glad my reality has proven otherwise. Like it has proven that like that guys are still into me despite having autism. The guys are still into me. Guys still want to talk to me. Like they don't treat me any differently. They're just very good human beings, and that makes me really, really happy. And the reason why the 2 guys that I dated didn't get into relationships had nothing to do with my autism. So that makes me very, very happy. It just makes me happy because again, it just shows that I am worthy of getting that same human treatment. So we've done with that. So what I want to talk about next is where to meet people. See, I feel like with autism, this is kind of like, So again, it depends on like how social you are as a person in general, like full stop. Like whether you are that kind of person who's like not afraid to approach someone and be like, hey, or whether you're just like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Because a lot of the times, like, I don't mind approaching people and just like being chatty, because firstly, a lot of the guys that I met are from actually my work. Oh god. So I'm just generally, I have to do it anyway, where I have to approach people and be like, hey! But I usually will start with a compliment, and that's usually like a good tip. Like just go in and start with a compliment. Pretty easy tip. Trust me, it works. And see how it goes from there, like whether it's more friendly or romantic or whatever. Like not like I'm bad at flirting, but I never know when to flirt, or that I flirt without realizing. But you can also meet guys on Instagram, dating apps that can be a bit scary and intimidating. So like that's why I said like Instagram's a really good one to meet guys from. I've actually spoken to a lot of guys from Instagram. Even like if you have like a friend has someone, which you've seen the picture. I'm not saying that whole like annoying stereotype, because this, believe me, this is, I think this is like a lot of what people face with sexuality, because I had this once and I was just like, no, which was, oh my god, you're gay? Wow, I know someone who's great for you. And it's literally, they only put us together because we're gay. sis. So when you've seen them and you've seen like, oh, they're kind of cute, you know, like, oh yeah, and you're like, oh, they're cute, ask your friend. Honestly, like, you can meet them anywhere, from like school, classes, work, events, bars, or like even if it's just like you're out with your friends and you see someone cute, like definitely don't be afraid to approach people, because at the end of the day, you don't know where it could lead you. Even if it's like the most awkwardest thing, you're just like, hey, I like your shoes, like something like that. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think if you're really like nervous about it, the best thing to do is, I know this sounds really scary, but I try to do this to build my own confidence, which is literally going up to people and like, hey, I like your shoes, or I love your nails. Or what I'll do is, so for example, on like the train or on the tube, like I used to offer people seats, especially like families or older people. I'm like, hey, do you want a seat? Firstly, it's really kind and sweet to do, and like generally just a good thing to do in general, but also it can help build your confidence up generally. And like hopefully when it comes to a person you think are really cute, you can just be like, hey. It always like starts by small conversation, you know? It's editing Steph here, and I actually wanted to do another tip for this one because I think this is so important, which is if you're a bit nervous, even on the trains, like even just start talking to sales assistants. I'm like, honestly, it makes our day because I am a sales assistant, and also it's just a great way to start conversation. So for example, like the sales assistants actually will try to start conversations. Like I know if I go into shoe and I pick up a pair of shoes, we'll just start talking like, oh yeah. I think one time I was like really bonding with this guy, and I literally came back to get the shoes and he was like, oh my god, I remembered you. I was like, haha. Or like this other time when I went to shoe, this girl, I was talking to, and then we were talking about holidays after. Literally just start by talking, and that is such a good way to build the confidence because you're actually just generally talking to someone. It's a good tip. So when you've met the guy, I'm talking from my experience, so I'm saying guy, I mean whoever you've met. When you've met them and you're talking via Instagram or in person or whatever, my tips would just be like, be comfortable and go at a pace you feel comfortable at. So if you're talking and like, I don't know, you feel like they're rushing a bit too much, obviously your first time talking, you're not gonna really be like pushing boundaries or whatever, but if you don't really feel comfortable, like say, but I think be comfortable at a pace. So if you wanna go slower, go slower. If you wanna go faster, go faster. This is, I think, an important bit like separately, and I think I need to make this open, which is when to tell them you're autistic. I would definitely say open up when you feel comfortable opening up. So this is like, at any time you want to do it, do it. There is absolutely no problem if you don't want to say from the get-go. There's absolutely no problem with saying it later in your relationship when you trust them a little bit more. It's whenever you feel comfortable. From me, and I do this because I'm very open anyway, I say it from like, not like from the get-go, like, hi, I'm autistic, but I will say it within conversation, and usually within our first interaction / date. That's what I would say. So like, even if we're talking online or talking via Snapchat or texting or whatever, I would generally just say from straight up there, because I feel like, to me, it's kind of like the first way to decipher if you want to be with them or not by the way they react. So if they're like, okay, cool, or they even want to learn about it, or they're like very like, oh, that's cool, I'm glad you told me, or whatever, like they know it, they don't make a big deal about it. For me, that's great, because it's just very understanding. I find that it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. I can still be pretty much human, and I don't have to try and like fake it, because at the end of the day, faking it won't get you anywhere with this. Like, and I just prefer to say it from the get-go because it's something that I've always done, and I don't think it's ever put me in a bad position. However, if you feel nervous to say from the get-go, like, I completely understand you. Like, there's no problem. I would say if you do feel kind of like nervous or whatever, maybe even saying like, maybe like after your first or your second date, to see how they interact in real life, or to see how they react with you, then tell them. That's really clever. Like, because you deserve to have that kind of like comfort. You just have to do stuff at your own pace, because at the end of the day, everyone would. And I don't know, it's generally up to you. And also the other thing I want to kind of mention is that do not expect them to know all the answers and to know everything about it. They will learn, and I think what's magical about it with dating in general is that you'll both learn a lot from each other. So for example, no matter who you go with, so for me, in my past experience, I actually learned a lot from the guy I've dated about different things. So whether it was about a different kind of culture, because I've dated people who've lived in America, so it's about learning like different kind of foods and stuff like that, although I watch a lot of American YouTubers. But I think it's like little things like that, or maybe how you react when they tell you something dark, and like how your first time being touched sexually and how you liked that, or if you didn't like that, like that is completely okay. Both relationships, you are both allowed to learn stuff from. As much as you'll learn a lot from them, he'll learn a lot about autism. And also, what's kind of cool is that when someone wants to learn, I think that's the best feeling on earth. Oh my god, I've dated someone where they actually were asking questions about it, but not like obnoxious questions like, oh my god, are you still a human or something? Like genuine questions, wanting to find out more. And to me, that was really actually kind of attractive and kind of like a turn on, because it made me go like, oh wow, they actually want to know about me. I'm not here for the short while, they're here for the long while. So that was so attractive. Things to look out for. Ooh. I also kind of want to do like a little bit of a fun turn, so then the next ones are quite fun. I almost want to put like what things I find attractive in a guy. We'll do that after this one. You know, things to look for when you are dating someone. So the bad and the good. So I'll start with the good. So these are things that I find reassuring with my autism. This is regarding it. For me, I find actually something attractive is when a guy has something. Editing Steph is back. Oh my god, this is such a cute pose. So I wanted to try and explain this point, and I've tried it 500 times, but I think I've got it nailed down. I first want to start off with saying this is not my priority point. Like the other 2 points, which are open-minded understanding, which I'll explain later, are a lot more of a priority versus this. This is more of like a comfort feeling one, because basically what I was explaining, I spoke about this with my friend, was that I would like it if they have something. So for example, like I have autism, they may be anxiety, ADHD, or have cared with someone with anxiety. They have that like caring understanding because they'll know what I go through, or not like fully, but they'll have at least like a basic understanding of what I go through, and like a basic need of like being understanding and being like, if I need to change or I need to go or leave in case I get overwhelmed, they are able to put that. And I'm also not saying that people who don't have it won't do that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that like, it's just like that basic understanding in my head that's like a comfort feeling. Again, not a requirement, and again, I'm not saying people who don't have it don't have that understanding. Oh god, no. I know people who don't have autism and don't have anything like that and are the most understanding people ever. Like, oh my god, they're the most incredible humans, and I have to give them a round of applause. But it's just something that I'm saying that it's nice to have it and it's nice to look for, but it's not a requirement, and it's not like, oh my god, it's a be all and an end all to look for. Hopefully that makes sense. The second thing is open-mindedness, fully. So when someone is open-minded, like I said, to learn and to understand you and to even adapt a situation to make you feel more comfortable, fully on point, fully attractive, because at the end of the day, like, you know, in the long run, when something bad or something amazing does happen, or you just don't feel comfortable, they are willing to listen, and they are willing to change something to make you feel comfortable, and that shows that they're gonna care about you. In my head, to be open-minded, it's really nice to have someone who's open-minded and understanding, which is basically what I said about the first point. Again, understanding, so they know what you're going through, and again, can come into considerate, so they'll become considerate of your feelings and whatever. Such an amazing input. The negatives, someone who changes behavior over something negative. So for example, what I mean by this is like, so let's just say, I've had this happen to me in the past. Let's just say you are talking to someone via let's say Snapchat. You two got really close together, you two are getting to know each other, and you're really hitting off, like it's been like a month of you guys talking, and you're like, right, I want to meet you. And this person goes, why don't we do something like super extravagant, like something huge, like let's go, I want to go to this event in particular, like let's just say I want to go to a concert for our first date, and you're like, I don't really feel comfortable doing that, and you go, actually, can we do something a little bit more low-key like this? And then as soon as you do that, I've had people become distant from me when I say no, or can we do this instead? I've had people be like very blunt. It just depends on the way, and it's not nice, because again, in the long run, when something does happen and you're like, let's just say like something happens, like you're getting very overwhelmed, what would happen is that they'll throw a strop, or they'll be like, no, because you don't want to stay. They'll change their behavior because you don't want to do it anymore. To me, that's scary, and that is an off-put for me. Like, I'm like instantly like, no. The second thing is when they're pushy, or when, like, if they're pushing you to do something and you keep on going, no. I mean, that's an off-put in general, but like to me, again, especially with autism, because I'm not really that confrontational, if you know me. I'm really not. And for me, it is kind of an off-put, and it just makes me go, okay, crap. This tiny situation where they wanted me to do something, I'm like, no. They're not like, I'm so sorry after. If something bad does happen, or something like I can't do, I won't tell them. And I won't feel confident enough to tell them. The next one is making you feel bad for doing absolutely nothing wrong. As soon as someone does that, snip, snip. if you don't feel comfortable and they just make you feel shitty for doing absolutely nothing wrong, for saying no to something, bitch, they need to get out of your life. Like, in general, but particularly, again, in case something bad happens in the long run, you're screwed because they'll just make you feel bad or they'll make you do it. Bitch, you don't need that. And also, someone who's not willing to learn and someone who's not willing to hear opinions or to hear going like, actually, I don't really feel comfortable, can we do something else? That just makes you feel shit. Like, it does, again, because you'll be always put third. Although they like going on dates and da-da-da, if they're not willing to learn what you like and what you don't like and what makes you feel comfortable and what doesn't make you feel comfortable, it's gonna make you feel shit. And it's always gonna make you feel second best. And no one deserves to feel second best. You deserve to feel like a queen or a king. Your partner should make you feel like that, not make you feel shit. Okay, so now, I wanna make it this more fun because I was very serious. So now I'm gonna do some things I look for in a guy. I think for things that I look for in a guy, personally, I don't really have a type. Like, I'm not this kind of person who's like, I'm like really tall, muscular man. Like, no, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I have literally spoken to, I'm pretty sure, men of like all ethnicities, all heights, body types. Romantically, I definitely had. And with the two guys I dated, I'm like, there were differences physically with them both. It's always like a nice added, but it's not like, oh my god, this is like the be all and end all, I need to have this. Like, I don't need to have a guy who's like 7 foot tall. So for me, none of it's really physical things. I think the only physical thing I will say is as long as you have a nice smile. If as long as your smile is very like open and genuine, oh, that's so attractive and it makes me go, someone who's confident. Someone who is confident is literally the most attractivest thing on earth. Which is why what I like is when people make the first move. So like, I don't mind approaching someone and be like, hey, like, I love your outfit, I love your hair. That's cool. But when you make the first move for like, do you wanna go on a date with me? Bitch, I'm head over heels. Oh my god, that's so attractive. But even when someone's confident within themselves, and I mean confident within themselves, as in like they can go into a room, they can wear whatever, they can do whatever, and they're just themselves, they feel comfortable and confident, and they're just like, yeah, that's attractive. That is so attractive in a person. Like, oh my god. I think also someone who's vulnerable is very attractive. I'm a very vulnerable person naturally, and I'm very open. So it's people who are very open, who's very like up for conversations, like deeper, who's not afraid to get in touch with their feelings, to cry. That to me is very, very attractive. Firstly, it shows that you don't care about societal stereotypes, which is so hot. What it also shows is that you are in touch with your feelings, you are very open, you're comfortable within yourself to feel everything, and to me, that is so attractive. Ugh. I think someone who's compassionate and sweet. It's just such an adorable trait, and I think it just makes me smile. I'm a very romantic person, so someone who's a bit like lovey-dovey. Give me romantic things, flirt with me, like send me heart. Don't be afraid to show your affection. Like, I'm a very affectionate person as well, so I think that's for me what I find very, very, very attractive. I think someone who's in touch with both their masculine and feminine side, I think that's really hot. I'm gonna talk about the off-puts I have. So mine are like smoking. Yeah, I feel very uncomfortable with stuff like that. Arrogance, I hate arrogance. I think someone who is self-centered is not attractive. I think someone who is a bit of a know-it-all as well. Okay, we've done enough of that. Back with autism, so stuff about dates. So when Miss Rona decides to leave the party, favorite dates. So I very much love just talking. I'm a very chatty person, even on the first day. Actually, my favorite first day was literally just us walking around central London. That was my favorite first day I have ever been on. Like that, hands down. It was so cute. We also kissed in the rain, which was my first ever kiss, which then was so special. But I will also say, like, slightly off topic, but also kissing at like the night when you can see the view, that was such a romantic kiss. Oh, I would just like walking around the city and just talking. City or town or something. To me, I find that very cute, very adorable, and also very comfortable. Because it's literally taking it at your own pace. Like, you don't have to rush into anything. You can see where the day goes, and it's really cute. I really, really like those dates. And you can get to know someone really, really well. The second date, I would say I really, really love, and actually fun dates. I think this is the perfect for someone who has autism, because what it does, informal A, so there's no pressure to like dress in a suit or to dress in like your best wear. Like, you can wear whatever you want. Secondly, it actually gives you both something to do and to kind of like play and mess around and have fun a little bit. So like, for example, stuff like crazy god, rock climbing, trampolining, or even stuff like ice skating. they are really, really fun examples because you're both doing something and you're just having fun. And that's what dating should be. It should be enjoying yourself and having the time of your life and enjoying it. And also then, it also kind of gives you a little bit of a leeway. If you're really not enjoying this date, you can just be like, oh my god, sorry, I have to go after this, bye, and then just run off. But if you really, really are enjoying, you're like, do you want to get something to eat after? So informal, and it's just nice, you know? I love those dates. Or, I do love a good old dinner date. I really, really do. Like, actually, my favorite dates with both the guys I dated, well, actually, with one of the guys I dated was actually a dinner date, and the second one was, I guess you could say dinner and then a coffee shop. They were my favorite dates, hands down, because you just got to see them speak passionately, and that to me is so attractive. Just talking. Like, I love talking dates so much. So I would definitely say, like, if you're pretty comfortable with talking, those dates are really, really good. And I feel like they're just nice dates. I think other good date ideas you could really, really enjoy. I think maybe a museum date I think would be quite good because you could discuss about something. Especially if you're both into like art or you're both into like creative stuff. Like that's a really good example. Let me give you my tips. So tips about autism and dating. Don't be afraid. I know that's like so simple, but literally don't be afraid. I know it seems scary, but you are totally gonna be cool. If the guy or the girl does not like you, that's okay. He doesn't have to like you or fancy you in that way. If he does like you, you know, always a good thing. I also said like go in optimistic. So of course, if you're really liking this guy, you're gonna be nervous. Of course, like what happens if he doesn't like me? What happens if the date goes really weirdly? What happens if it goes shit? What happens if he's not the same person? Blah, blah, blah. It's going to be okay to be nervous, and that shows that you really care about this date and you want it to go well. But go in optimistic, go in like, what happens if this does go well? What happens if we end up kissing? What happens if we end up having a really good day? Think positively. I think also be yourself. I'm not saying like go and tell them that you're autistic, but be yourself completely on this date. I think you should be yourself because you're amazing. Whoever's watching this, you are amazing. Someone will want to know you because of that. I think also be honest with yourself. So what I mean by be honest is like, firstly, with the whole like sexual thingy. So this is like something I want to really put first. It comes at the end of the day. If you're not comfortable and you know you're not comfortable with like making out on the first day, you don't have to. You could be like, I'll text you later. You can kiss them on the first day. I've done that twice. Kissing on the first day is actually pretty fun. You know, having a good old kiss isn't a bad thing, you know? I think that's not a problem at all. I think that's completely okay. I think it's setting those boundaries for yourself of what you feel comfortable doing and what you don't feel comfortable doing. So for example, if you are the type of person who's like, I want to have sex on the first day, do it. There's no problem with that. Let's be honest with yourself. And if you can tell the other person's feeling uncomfortable, do not force them to do it either. And also, if you're like, I literally don't even want to kiss you on the first day, you do not have to kiss them if you don't like them. And that's the other side of being honest. If you're not liking them or you're not finding them attractive, whatever, don't be like, oh my god, I should give them a second chance. Unless something bad happened on the date. But if you're not enjoying the date and you can tell you two aren't clicking, don't go on another date. You don't have to go on another date. If you don't want to, you don't. Even if you can tell he's not enjoying it, you don't have to. Just don't be rude about it. And also, I would say don't be afraid to say no. Especially if someone's like, do you want to come back to my place? Saying no is fine. Saying no is not the whole like, oh my god, you're leading him on. No. Saying no is just being like, I don't want to do this. And that is completely okay. It's not giving him something to wait for. It's saying no. It's just saying no. It does not mean later. It does not mean, oh my god, baby. If you don't feel comfortable doing something, don't do it. Also, I think just have fun. Like, even if the date doesn't end up being like the love of your life, like just enjoy it. I think that's the end of it. I'm gonna be on my mission to find my Prince Charming and dance to Enchanted by Taylor Swift on my wedding day. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually really enjoyed filming it. Comment down below if you actually want anything to do with like dating in general, like more love stuff, because I actually really enjoy that. Please like, subscribe, share. You know what to do, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers, adios, goodbye people, goodbye.